Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever been more excited for a walk around and a test drive. This is an insanely hard one to find. The first time I'm ever seeing it in person. This is a 2026 Toyota Tundra Platinum TRD off-road with the 6.5 foot bed and the IForce Max engine. Something you just don't see often, whether it be online or in person. TRD off-road package gives you locking rear diff, multi-terrain select crawl control. You got the 20-inch wheel and tire package on it, Falken Wild Peak tires there, Bilstein shocks, TRD skid plate, TRD grill. This is just beautiful. That's all the stuff that comes with the TRD off-road. Of course, you get things like the sport pedals, the red TRD engine start button, the TRD shifter, but the stuff that matters on the TRD off-road package are gonna be your all-terrain tires, your Bilstein shocks, things like that. This has the black exhaust tip. Because it's Platinum, you're gonna get all of the features in here standard. So you're gonna get the bed lights and outlet, the sequential tail lights, the hydraulic cab mounts, JBL sound system, 14-inch screen, digital gauge cluster, pano roof. You got the leather seats that are heated and ventilated front and rear, memory function for driver, and massaging seats in the front. We will go in the truck momentarily. And don't forget, this is the 6.5 foot bed. You guys are always asking about the 6.5 foot bed. And not only is it the bigger bed, but it's the engine with more power, the iForce Max Hybrid, premium auto leveling headlights. What a beautiful truck, 360 camera. Wow, I can't believe I'm finally seeing one and I'm able to test drive it. This is midnight black metallic, of course. When we look on the inside of the truck, let's start in the back actually. This is where you won't have under seat storage, okay? That's one thing that's gonna be missing here, because under here is where the battery is for the hybrid, so no under seat storage. These are the mats, so that's why you're seeing carpet here, but they will go down before this thing goes for sale. You got the heated and ventilated function for the rear seats, and the outlets, obviously perforated leather. If you pull this tab here, you will see the JBL subwoofer and a little area for some stuff. Window goes all the way down in the back. There's your pano roof there. Beautiful. You got soft touch everywhere. You got the shades if you want them. You got bottle holders, speaker, little area for maybe your wallet or something like that. You got your own cup holders there. And there is a fold out here for cup holders if you don't have a center passenger back here also. When we go to the front, one thing to keep in mind for 2026 that is different on the Platinum is the power side steps and power bed step. They've always been an option on the Platinum, but you couldn't get them if you had the TRD off-road package. Well, for 2026, if you have the TRD off-road package, you can now get the power side step, power bed step. This particular one does not have the power side steps and power bed step. It does have the power up-down tailgate. While we're back here, let's take a look at that real quick. I'm using the button. You could also use the key fob or the button inside the cab. There's your bed lights and outlet, your deck rail system. This doesn't have a spray-in liner. Let's go up here and check it out. Start the truck up. You got your heated steering wheel there. Gas door, automatic high beams. Shut the door here. Start her up. Push button start. Of course. There it is. Tundra. Got the leather stitch on the steering wheel. Once again, it's heated. All your options to use your digital gauge cluster and some of the safety sense stuff, cruise control, the 14-inch screen. Let's hit English, setup later, exit. Very easy to use. Infotainment screen is not a challenge at all. If you want to mess with the massaging seats, you go to the little vehicle icon, seat controls, massage, and select your seat, and then you can play around with all of it, the intensity, turn the power on and off. A lot of different options here to check out. I could totally feel it right now. Power off on that. So there you have it. Everything else is super simple to use here, as you can see. I love the 14-inch screen, especially on long trips. Easy to see your navigation, easy to hit the buttons without taking your attention off the road. This has the heads-up display if you can see it. Obviously, the camera makes everything flicker. That's not really happening in real life. Also with the screen, your digital rear view mirror could be a regular mirror, or you could flick it up like that. We can open the shade so you could see the big pano roof. There's not much new for 2026 when it comes to Platinum. It's really just the steps. Got soft touch everywhere. Dual zone automatic climate control. There's your functions for the heated and ventilated seats. Your view button. This has the trailer assist package on it. your traction control, locking rear differential, and your tailgate. If we hit the view button without being in gear, it'll show you a 360 around the truck. If we put the truck in drive and hit the view button, it'll show you all around the truck. You can hit these buttons here and it'll show you all the different options, including inside the bed, my favorite. Make sure your stuff is still tied down and secure through your trip. Gotta love it. In reverse, it will show you some guidelines that you can switch by hitting the buttons. So there's a lot of different options you could do here. 360 camera is fantastic. Put it in park there. This also has the wireless charger, which was upgraded in 2025. Under here are some cup holders. You got a little door there if you don't need your cup holders. You got your big center console here with the little area for maybe your insurance card and whatnot. Soft touch everywhere, stitching, more soft touch. There's ambient lighting, but you can't see it right now because it's in the day. JBL sound system, gotta love it. So the thing looks good. It's got the hybrid engine. It's got the 6.5 foot bed. It's got TRD off-road. Let's take it for a ride and see how this truck feels with the off-road package and the big bed. This will be a first for me. And here's the sticker. You're not going to be able to see much, but I will narrate. $76,009 is the price. 10-inch color heads-up display, TRD off-road package, all-weather floor liners. Oof, what a truck. All right, drive time. When we talk about unicorn new generation Tundras, or my personal list of dream Tundras, this one is very close to the top of the mountain. Not one I see very often. As many of you know that have been around the channel for a while, I search endlessly for Tundras around the country that are different, stuff you don't see every day. And the one that I've always wanted to see in person, that I've found a few online over the last couple model years, because TRD Off-Road was only available on Platinum 2024 and beyond, was this setup right here. The hybrid IForce Max engine, the 6.5 foot bed, Platinum TRD off-road. I feel like in the Tundra world, it does not get any better than this. You're pretty much touching all of the different configuration options you could ever want. So there is Capstone. That is a higher trim level than the Platinum. Yes, that is true. But on Capstone, you can't get the TRD off-road package. You have to go one step down to Platinum or 1794 if you want the TRD off-road and the luxury. On Capstone, you can't get the 6.5 foot bed. You have to come down one step to Platinum or 1794 if you want that. And also on Capstone, you don't have the choice of engines, okay? So for Capstone, it's just iForce Max. For Platinum and 1794, it is iForce Max or regular iForce. This particular one though, it's a beast. It's got the fed-in JBL noise, which some of you like and some of you dislike. I love it. I think it sounds great. Now, one thing about the 5.5 foot bed and the 6.5 foot bed Crew Max Tundras, I do get this question a lot. How does it feel driving it? Does it feel large? Is it a pain to park or anything like that? I've been behind the wheel of quite a few of them now. Honestly, it really doesn't feel much different. You have things in this truck like the 360 camera and sensors and blind spot monitoring and all that stuff that if you ever come near anything, the sensors start going crazy, so you'll know right away if you're gonna hit anything. But if people are looking for, and this is kind of the end all be all when it comes to a setup like this, if you're looking for a nice amount of luxury options like this one has, with a little bit extra capability like the big 6.5 foot bed, and you want the more powerful engine like the hybrid, this one is 110% for you. This is the 2026 model, and like we said, there's not a lot of changes for 2026, but when it comes to this kind of setup, I don't know much more of what you would want here. You could get the TRD 3-inch lift, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. This has the Bilstein shocks, very comfortable ride, gets down the road real nice, and even with this big limo-sized Tundra, there is no brake dive. I don't feel uncomfortable behind the wheel at all. It feels like any other Tundra in the new generation that I've driven, and I say that as a positive. I don't say that as a negative. I mean that in a great way. Down in the SR, SR5, coming up through the trims, they all have the same fantastic driving characteristics, and I love that for the Tundra. Now, one thing I do feel when I put my foot on the pedal a little bit with this iForce Max, you could definitely feel there's a nice amount of power when you do that. I drive a regular 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 1794, and I love it, and I don't feel like it's underpowered at all. But when I get behind the wheel of a hybrid, I'm instantly like, okay, yep, this definitely has a little bit more power. Now this truck is gonna tow right around 11,000 pounds. So you're gonna be able to take the family in luxury. You're gonna be able to throw all the stuff in the bed, and then you're gonna be able to tow whatever you need to tow, a boat, a travel trailer, and this is the perfect Tundra. It's not cheap. A Tundra like this is gonna go for high 70s, maybe low 80s before discount, but this is something that I would hope for the people that buy it, you're gonna keep it for a long time because it's so capable and it has all of the options you could ever want. I don't know what else you would want more than what this truck offers if you're looking for, you know, things like the extra capability, but you don't want to give up the luxury. Because you could get a Crew Max with a 6.5 foot bed in SR5 and it won't have all this crazy stuff in it, but this is the unicorn of it all. We're gonna do a quick little 3-point turn here, and we're gonna see if it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt to do with this big bed. I don't expect it to be too much of a problem, but let's do it real quick. Nope, it's only 1 foot difference in the bed. It's not the end of the world. Very easy, and as you could see with the camera, you could see all around you, no problems. If you're about to hit anything, you will hear all the sensors go insane. So getting up to speed, you could hear the turbos working a little bit. I mean, listen, the best thing I could tell you is this. This is one of my dream unicorn Tundras, very close to the top of the mountain 100%. And they always say never meet your idols. Well, getting behind the wheel of this did not do anything bad. It only made me want one more. I don't necessarily need the 6.5 foot bed, and I don't mind having the regular 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 versus the hybrid like this. But if I ever needed that, man, I would be all over this. Now listen, I'm gonna end this video with this message to you. I look for these Tundras all the time. I'm always looking for sweet configurations, and I'm telling you, Conicelli Toyota, where I bought my 1794, where we're working out of today doing these test drives, is the first dealership I've seen in my area, like tri-state area, that has had exactly what this Tundra is. This is not something you see very often. I have filmed a couple videos here and there of finding them online, you know, in California or Virginia, stuff like that. Never in my area. I don't think I've ever seen one here, even to just do a walk around, let alone a test drive. So if you're wondering how rare this Tundra is, I don't know if 2026 you will see these everywhere now. Like they're just like, okay, let them loose. Because in 2024, when you were able to get the TRD off-road package on Platinum for the first time, you didn't really see many out there. Then in 2025, there was a lot more Platinum TRDs. So maybe now in 2026, there'll be Platinum TRDs with this sweet configuration like this. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for ultimate luxury, Platinum. If you're looking for ultimate luxury with a little more capability, Platinum with the 6.5 foot bed. If you're looking for ultimate luxury, extra capability, and the most power you can get in a Tundra, the IForce Max engine on that setup. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't think you could go wrong with this one. It's not cheap, but you certainly do get a lot for your money. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. I'm gonna shut the cameras off and just take a little bit of an extra ride with this and just enjoy it. Once again, if you're in the market and interested in this truck, Conicelli Toyota, Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, ask for my salesman, Ryan Hood. He will take care of you and set you up. And just know, I will be insanely jealous of you. Have a great day.